With Death Stranding's director cut looking to make a September release date for this year, the newest trailer from States of Play is already helping us to see what is coming up next for the acclaimed game as it publishes a PS5 version. At the time of recording, these are the details that we know about the newest remaster of Death Stranding. The 10-minute long Q&A session from Kojima Productions helps to outline some of the main concerns regarding the director's cut. First off, the PlayStation 5 Upgrade will be available for an extra $10 on the PlayStation stores for those who already bought the digital game. For those who do not have the digital version of the game and have a physical copy, there is no worry as well, because the blog also assures that the data will carry over for existing players. So those who are looking to play the game on a new generation of console can look to buy the game for the PlayStation 5. Kojima Productions will also be offering the game in two versions. The first one, the base director's cut, and the second one as a digital deluxe version on the PlayStation Store. The digital deluxe version will provide several cosmetic items, and as well as a digital art book, mini soundtrack, and PlayStation avatars. Others have asked if this is simply a remaster for the PlayStation 5 generation consoles, but according to Jay Board, the head of publishing at Kojima Productions, there will be additional content, and this is not just a remaster, and we'll be diving into those details later. With the PlayStation 4 Pro already running at 4K, the PlayStation blog has outlined that the PS5 version will provide two modes for the game. One is a performance mode that runs at 60 FPS and with an upscaled 4K resolution, and the other at natural 4K resolution, aka the fidelity mode. The game will also be updated for the PlayStation 5 console generation, adding haptic feedback from the environment as well as adaptive triggers. As I already said before in the first parts, this is not simply a remaster and there will be content additions to the game. So with that in mind, here are the few highlights when it comes to content additions. The big one mentioned in the trailer is that there will be story expansions as well as more areas to explore in Death Stranding. So according to what we're seeing in the trailer, it seems that this new story expansion will dive further into the development of the BB project, as we can see by the prototype BB pods and the medical room similar to the ones we see at the very end of the Death Stranding game, with a possible new villain or a new type of mule at the very end. As we lead up to the new content drop, we can expect more world building and some context is just some of the questions that you, the player, still have after playing the first original PlayStation 4 game. The Fragile Circuit will also be introduced into the PlayStation 5 remaster, which acts similar to a lot of racing games. With a large selection of tracks, Sam can now take a racing car and ride alongside a holographic enemy. There are no clues as to what rewards may be achieved from playing this game, but it is likely it will be tied into having a racing car unlocked and possibly as a new vehicle. Jay also confirmed on the Q&A that PC content will also be added into the game, so if you've been missing out on PC exclusive Death Stranding content like Cyberpunk and Half-Life content, you can now play this in the new PlayStation 5 Director's Cut. So if you've only been playing on the console and you really want to get your hands on those unique Cyberpunk items, now would be a good time to get that $10 and upgrade to PlayStation 5. In the trailer, it also teases quite a few tweaks and changes to some aspects of the game. The most obvious ones from the trailer is the addition of new support equipment for Sam in the Death Stranding. So the four pieces that are explicitly named in the trailer include the cargo catapult, support skeleton, buddy bot, and jump ramp. The most exciting will be the buddy bot and the cargo catapult. We've only seen a similar bot for deliveries in the PlayStation 4 game, but the PlayStation 5 release is seeing the bot becoming a delivery partner, which can also be ridden in a similar way to the hover carrier. The cargo catapult is also a new unique support item which will shoot cargo a certain distance in some sort of container. We have no further info on whether or not this will actually affect the quality of the delivery in the game, but it will be a worthy addition into the new stuff that Sam can use. A line of combat changes have also been mentioned. A new and improved combat system is seemingly adding more variety to Sam's fighting skills. We're seeing additions of lunges, knee kicks, and even drop kicks that can be used to cover a lot more range with mules. This is looking up to spice up a little bit more of the mule encounters and having more fun than just using guns. But with that in mind, we're also getting a couple of new guns, including the Maser gun, which is basically a taser that you can shoot, and as well as the mounted machine gun, which have been introduced along with the firing range for Sam to practice his own shooting in your spare time. Finally, the team will be pushing out UI tweaks along with something called friend play and leaderboards. At the time of this recording, we actually have no idea what friend plays and leaderboards even are. According to the PlayStation blog, they will be releasing more details about these two things shortly, but what we can expect is that friend play will likely be a new mode, and leaderboards will be using a completely new system to rank these delivery porters, and it'll be interesting to see exactly how these modes will be executed. Both the PlayStation blog and the Q&A session have both labeled that there will be new vehicles and modes being released on the PlayStation 5 version, but as of now we have no explicit information on what these are, especially because the trailer has not actually shown us any of these, but we can already guess that possibly one of the new vehicles will be the racing car, and one of the modes might be friend play, but there might just be more than to what they're saying so far, so please look out for any more information as we get closer to that September drop date. So, are you excited to get your hands on a new PlayStation 5 Death Stranding? So what are you most excited to be trying on this new update? Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching the video. I'm the JustCG Gamer, and this is our first episode. We're just trying something out here, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video, so bye.